Hi guys, happy Sunday with Satan. Yeah, I thought yesterday was Sunday. Yeah, my days are very mixed up. So, alright, on with La Santisima Muerte. So, I don't think I will be getting my other channel back. So, my hair is messed up. Yeah, so I'm quite upset. So, alright, protection before invoking La Santisima Muerte. So, even though La Santisima Muerte protects a person, it's always a good practice in any magical art to make a habit of safeguarding yourself before tapping into the world of the spirit. So we all knew that. That was covered in modern magic, which I will never get back, those videos. So a rule of thumb in human survival and in the magical art is to look for your own well-being first. Yes, absolutely. So anything else is a bonus, so taking protective measures is very important. So Santisima Muerte rules over the dead. So with that being said, La Santisima Muerte is also accompanied by other spirits. A lot. So all magical arts involve mysteries of the world, unseen and hidden dangers. It's a deliberate tap into a physical or a place outside the world we know. So the spirit world. Any pursuit involving the non-physical world warrants a special protection. So without the protection, you leave yourself open for attack. So dangers are not always what they, seem. They can come in many forms. You have to always stay one step ahead and you have to continuously be cautious. So let me say again that a good rule of thumb in human survival and in the magical art is to look after your own well-being first. Anything else is a bonus. So, alright, so in this section of the course, we'll go over some basic protective measures and end this topic with some prayers which will serve well for protection. And yes, they're Catholic prayers because she's Catholic. Alright, so, where did I go? So anything you feel is sacred and offers protection can be used to shield yourself from hidden danger. So if a cross, pentagram, whatever you feel that's going to keep you safe, use it. Same thing in Ouija. Anything that's going to anchor you in and make you think that you're going to have the best session. Anything you can put Bibles and everything around the Ouija before you start a session, just so you can actually bring yourself into that kind of headspace of being protected and having a great Ouija session. So it's perfect. Alright, so there's also a ton of saints who have patronage over protection. So I'm a firm believer that protection comes in two forms: prayer and a physical object, a sacred object. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. So prayers are extremely powerful and should be used in all spiritual work. Since prayer is actually unseen with our eyes at the moment we are praying, our faith is then indeed strong faith. But at times human nature makes us wonder if our prayers are being heard. Yes, it does. That's for sure. Alright, so sacred objects add to our natural human need for something physical, something that we can actually touch, feel, and see. So both forms of protection is best. Prayer and something physical. Besides fulfilling our instinct for the physical, sacred objects are needed for their ability. So many of these objects have their own natural protective power, either by shape, representation, materials they are made from, or by some unexplained mystery. Stones, crystals, anything that you can possibly think of. Amazing. Amulets, charms, tetragrammatron, all of it. I don't know why it has a black mirror on the back, but it does. So, anything. Even tattoos. So, alright, so protective objects can either be worn around the neck, held in the hand, carried in a pocket, or placed in the area you will be working in. So you might also have to choose, or you might also choose to have more than one object of protection. So different types of metals have their own unique properties, some more protective than others. By far, out of all the metals, silver offers the widest range of protection. I don't know why. I think it's probably from vampire werewolf movies, honestly. I think that's where that comes from. So, yep. There we go. Alright, silver pendant, or silver protects from bad energies, witchcraft, enemies, and evil spirits. Anything made from silver would be a good choice. I really do think that comes from, the movies, so it's superstition. So if you're a Catholic or Christian, there are several sacramentals, not sacraments, they are different. So that offer protection to the wearer. So sacramentals are very powerful. Alright, so since she's Catholic, that's where this comes in. So, blessed sacramental, salt sacramental. So blessed salt is an instrument of grace which is used to protect one from evil and demonic influences. So blessed salt may be sprinkled in the area you are working in to protect from being attacked by the unseen. Remember, 99.9% of the time, psychic attack, it's up here. So, it can be sprinkled around doorways to protect from hidden enemies. Sprinkling blessed salt around the perimeter of your property places a protective barrier around your entire home. So you can even put a few grains in drinking water to bring astonishing spiritual and physical benefits. I like my Himalayan pink salt. It's a lot healthier for you. So any amount of salt, can be taken to the church for the official blessing by a priest, or it can be blessed at home. So we have the sacramental saint metals, and you see these everywhere. Everywhere you can get them. Any store, I think. I'm not sure. So, alright, many people wear saint medals on chains around their necks, and these are also protective sacramentals and more effective when they are blessed. Some of the more popular saint medals used for protection are St. Michael, obviously, St. Benedict, Jubilee medal, St. Cyprian, St. Basil the Great, and St. Margaret of Antioch, something like that, whatever. So the St. Benedict Jubilee medal can also be hung over doorways of your home for safety and protection, and are often placed in the fields, in the foundations of the buildings, or attached to automobiles to call down powerful blessings and the protection of St. Benedict. So no particular prayer is prescribed, since wearing the medal on your body is in itself a continual silent prayer. So literally, like any kind of pendant you wear. There we go, perfect. Alright, so where'd I go? So these medals even have a prayer of exorcism imprinted directly on the front. I don't believe in possession, so... okay, other sacramentals. So the miraculous medal is one of, this person says, my favorites. Mary promised to grant many graces to those who wear the miraculous medal with confidence. So one of those promises was protection from evil. So rosaries are protected when worn around the neck, as well as crucifixes and crosses. We have also available to us scapulars and cords belonging to particular saints. I mean Saint Rachel of the Bible. I'm not sure if she's a saint or not, but she's the one with the red string. I guess all the red string from, the stereotypical Kabbalah, where you tie it on your left hand or your wrist. I guess those are from that particular saint's burial site, or they have been empowered and blessed on her site, on her grave, something like that. So, alright. Yeah, so this cord is worn like a belt or around the neck. I prefer the belt part because I do use cord magic a lot. So the faithful wear the cord of Saint Philomena in her honor to be protected in times of need and to obtain healing of the body and spirit. You can also hang the cord over doorways for protection. I think it's pretty interesting that they, cords, and then, it's tied into La Santisima Muerte's complete entire magical system. And then it's also, in traditional witchcraft, it's in every faith. So, alright, now we have holy water. So this water forms a protective barrier between you and any entity that means to cause harm. So this person says, I like to keep mine in a small spray bottle since it's much easier to use. Spritz them. And I'm also able to adjust the amount of spray needed. So this is very common and a well-known sacramental that should be kept in supply. Holy water can be sprayed all over yourself or in the home for protection. I like black salt. That works really well. Really, really well. So, alright, now stones. So many different stones you can use. So there's many stones in the Mineral Kingdom which offer protection to the wearer. Black tourmaline is commonly used for protection from negative energies. Black tourmaline, when you rub it up and down, it creates its own electrical magnetic current, which is really neat, from your thumb. And you can actually imprint it with your own intentions, just like any other crystal. So, it also helps rebalance the physical and spiritual bodies. So hematite helps to absorb negative energy and protection from enemies. Selenite shields a person or space from outside influences. Selenite is amazing. I love selenite. It's very subtle. It's very subtle energy. It's not overpowering. It's not intense. But it does bring in angels. But then again, when you think back, okay, angels, pretty scary, evil people. Or angels. Flaming swords. There we go, yeah. So yes, but yeah, I do love selenite though, it's amazing. So this person says, 2 of my favorite protective saints are Saint Michael and Cipriano, the patron saint of magicians, sorcerers, and witchcraft. Oh, I didn't know that anything like that was even around. Or a saint like that, I had no clue. Alright, so that's really neat. So before working with La Santisima Muerte, you will light a candle for both of these saints and pray to them to place a protective shield around you, if you want. Next, this person says, I will take 2 prayer cards, or 2 printed photos of the saints, and sandwich my own photo in between them, so the stack is then placed under each of their candles. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good idea. You can do that to trap somebody as well. Basil leaves, their name, write somebody's name on basil leaves. Take 2 bricks, smash them together. And that's also, oh god, what is that, Mama Lola? That came from that book. So, very good book, if I was still into voodoo. Alright, so now we have prayers for protection. You can do Psalm 1, protection from enemies. So that goes. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whole leaf does not wither. So, whatever he does prospers. I will not. I mean, for La Santisima Muerte, I will use these prayers, but for other, I will not. So, not so the wicked. They are the chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous, for the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. But yeah, I would never use these prayers outside of La Santisima Muerte work. That's because I am not Christian whatsoever. Alright, now we have Psalm 11, to drive away demons, and to overcome enemies. So, this one goes, in the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain, for look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in the heart. So when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. Jeez. That was bad. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes the sons of men. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous. Where'd I go? Oh, but the wicked and those who love violence, his soul hates. Ooh, so that just shows how hateful of a God that is. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. So that's an all-loving God, and it does that. Yep, point made right there. Alright, so a scorching wind will be their lot, for the Lord is righteous, he loves justice. Upright men will see his face. Alright, so true justice is neither a cruel weapon for tyranny or a door for anarchy and crime. So, take that, Lord. Psalm 16, we have protection from satanic processions. So this one goes, keep me safe, O God, for in you I take refuge. I said to the Lord, you are my Lord. Apart from you, I have no good thing. So as for the saints who are in the land, they are the glorious ones, in whom is all my delight. The sorrows of those will increase who run after other gods. I will not pour out their libations of blood or take up their names on my lips. Lord, you have assigned me my portion and my cup. You have made my lot secure. The boundary line have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. I will praise the Lord who counsels me. Even at night, my heart instructs me. I have set the Lord always before me. Remember, number one comes first, you guys. Because he is at my right hand, I will not be shaken. So therefore my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest secure. Because you will not abandon me to the grave, nor will you let your Holy One see decay. You have made known to me the path of faith. Oh, life, not faith. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand. Anyways, isn't a sign of possession or demonic oppression not being able to say a Lord's Prayer without stuttering? But that's just me, so joking. So we have Psalm 23 for protection, general protection. So the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. What kind of green pastures? So he leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Ooh. Really? You prepare a table before me in my presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Oh my goodness. So, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I feel a little nauseous. No, I'm joking. Alright, so here is the St. Michael protection prayer. So, alright, Holy Michael, the Archangel, protector, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all of the other evil spirits who prowl through the world, seeking the ruins of souls. Amen. Alright, that's not how the prayer of St. Michael I learned went. So now we have the army of protection, which again is St. Michael again. So I now call Michael the Archangel and his army of angels to surround, fill, and protect me. I praise God for all of his heavenly angels. I call them forth now and release them to surround and fill us with God's power and blessings. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus Christ. I command all human spirits to be bound to the confines of the cemetery. I command all inhuman spirits to go where Jesus Christ tells you to go. For it is he who commands you. Amen. So yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something. Alright, now we have the powerful protection. So, another one. Heavenly Father, through the death and resurrection of your Holy Son, Jesus of Nazareth, we ask that you send your Holy Mother along with the guardian angels. With the guarding angels, to descend upon my home, business, or workplace, to guard my family, friends, and co-workers against the plots of Satan, evil spirits, and those who wish me harm, so that this building is forever consecrated to the Sacred and Immaculate Hearts from this day forward. Amen. Now we have the prayer for protection against demons. So, O Mary, powerful Virgin, you are the mighty and glorious protector of the Church. You are the marvelous help of Christians. In the midst of my anguish, my struggles, and my distress, defend me from the power of the enemy. And at the hour of my death, receive my soul into paradise. Amen. Now, we have Santisima Muerte protection. I like these prayers better. Alright, so La Santisima Muerte, ruler of all spirits. Oops, hold on, guys. There we go. So, Drape me with your protective cloak. Ban any evil spirit from intruding upon this space, in which I used to only work in closeness with you and your power. So just your gaze in their direction will keep them away. Watch over me at this moment and keep me safe from all harm. Cast your blinding fire into the eye of anyone who looks in my direction with ill intentions. Ooh, I like that. And give me the strength to overcome my enemies. So that is protecting before, prayers, protection before you start to work with La Santisima Muerte. Because sometimes, little astral nasties like to jump in and say hi. They just won't recognize. Tell them to go away. Tell them to get lost. Go away. Shh. So, alright. I think we will do some oils to really get it going a little bit more. So for the La Santisima Muerte oils, alright, the base for all these oils, hold on. Lots of information. Lots of good stuff. So, alright, now, the base for making all of these oils. I use almond oil, sweet almond oil for everything that I make. I channel all my oils. That's just what I do. I don't like to use other people's recipes. I like to come up with my own. It's so much more powerful, and they just work that much better. Alright, so for either of the oils, you can use extra virgin olive oil or just regular virgin olive oil. And you're going to get a mortar and a pestle or any other suitable container to grind herbs in. And pour in about 1.5 to 2 ounces of olive oil. Next, add 3 tablespoons of the dry herb. So you're going to want to grind the herb into the oil in order to release its natural oil and fragrance. You can do this over a low flame in your cauldron. So you want this incorporated into the olive oil. So once the herb is grinded, transfer the olive oil, with the crushed herb into a glass jar and cover it with a tight-fitting lid. Leave the jar outdoors in the sun if you wish. You can also leave the jar on a sunny windowsill. Allow the jar to remain in a sunny location for 4 days. So strain and save the oil in smaller bottles. Then strain and save the oil in smaller bottles. If you prefer a more fragrant oil, add more crushed herb into the oil. To keep the oil from becoming stale, you can either add a little bit of benzoin or crushed vitamin C tablet to the oil. It works too very well. So, alright, where did I go? Okay, if you add more than 1 herb, make sure to increase the olive oil by 2 tablespoons. So, I like just to use regular, these are conjure oils, obviously. Conjure and hoodoo oils, so I like conjure and hoodoo oils, but I also like my own with the regular essential oils, 100% pure. They smell amazing. Oh my god, La Santisima Muerte's oil smells amazing. It really does. Alright, so La Santisima Muerte altar oil. This is the one that I've done. Well, I have done this one, but I've channeled one, and it smells so good. Alright, so you're going to want to use 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of rue, 1 cinnamon stick, 9 drops of myrrh oil, 9 drops of myrrh oil. So if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding red, green, or yellow food coloring 1 drop at a time until you have achieved the desired color. Or other good additives to this oil would be clear quartz chips or plants and stem roots. Plants and stem roots and quartz chips. So, now we have that one. Now, the Santisima Muerte drawing oil. To draw money to you, things like that. So 2 ounces of olive oil, 9 drops of lodestone oil, 9 drops of sandalwood oil, 2 tablespoons of chamomile or bayberry. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding green or blue food coloring, 1 drop at a time, until you achieve the desired color. So other good additives, to this oil would be lodestone chips or small pieces of magnet. I love that oil. It's very, very, very easy. All of these are. So, La Santisima Muerte money oil. You're going to want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of bergamot. I like the oil better. It's so, but I guess this, adds more power and it makes it more personal and your connection with La Santisima Muerte, so I would actually really follow these directions, which I should have. I think I did. I'm not sure. It's been so long ago. Right, so, and then 9 drops of frankincense. So if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding green food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Alright, so other good additives to this oil would be shredded money. And you can actually get shredded money. I don't know where. Google it. Don't shred up your own money. That's illegal, for one. Or you can do paper money. Fake money. Works just as well. Right now we have La Santisima Muerte Peaceful Home Oil. Right now you want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of rosemary, 1 tablespoon of verbena, 9 drops of sandalwood oil. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding blue food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Other good additives to this oil would be small amethyst chips. And these oils are amazing. Santisima Muerte Love Oil. So you want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of yarrow, 2 tablespoons of yerba mate, 9 drops of rose oil. Wow, I'm getting expensive there. Okay, if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding a little bit of red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired red or pink. So red, more passion for other people, spicing things up. Pink, more of a friendship type of love. So, other good additives to this oil would be whole peppercorn and plant parts. Oops, no. Sorry. Other good additives to this oil would be small rose quartz chips and rose bush thorns. Sorry. I was going to say that sounds very odd to add into a love oil. Alright, now the Santisima Muerte Protection Oil. You want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of cat's claw, 1 tablespoon of alum, which actually makes people shut up. Alum actually makes people shut up. 9 drops cypress oil. You know what? Something is actually making me go really, really slow, and it is my malware. Let me get rid of this really quick while I do the video. Oh, come on. There we go. It's gonna make a noise. Sorry, guys. Alright, there we go. Lots better. Okay, so let's go back over the Santisima Muerte Protection Oil. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons cat's claw, 1 tablespoon of alum, 9 drops of cypress. So if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding the blue food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. So other good additives to this oil would be whole peppercorn and plant parts. Gonna say that's a little bit odd for a love oil. Now we have La Santisima Muerte House Blessing Oil. So you want 2 ounces of olive oil, you want to do 2 tablespoons of hyssop, 9 drops sandalwood, 9 drops of myrrh. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding yellow food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. And then plant parts would be a good additive to this, like roots or just a leaf, small little leaves, whatever. So, La Santisima Muerte Domination Oil. You want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of asafoetida, never heard of it, 9 drops of Bistort. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Other good additives to this oil would be other plant parts. So, let's see. English ivy would be good. I think English ivy would work really well. Alright. La Santisima Muerte Controlling Oil. So, 2 ounces of olive oil. So, 2 tablespoons of Damiana. My really good friend calls it Damiana, which it makes it sound more exotic, so I'm just going to stick with Damiana. But it's called Damiana. 2 tablespoons of Damiana, 2 tablespoons of cinquefoil, which is 5-fingered grass, not what that kind of 5-fingered grass, obviously. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color that you want. So, additives to this oil would be plant stems and chips. What kind of chips? Like potato chips? No, I'm joking. Alright, now, Santisima Muerte healing oil. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of lavender, 9 drops of eucalyptus oil. Ooh, wow, that'd be strong. 9 drops of hyssop oil. So if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding blue food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Additives to this oil would be eucalyptus twigs. Now, we have the Santisima Muerte Success Oil. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of Irish moss, 1 tablespoon of juniper. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding yellow or green food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Other additives to this oil would be juniper berries, and that's perfect. Those are perfect. So, La Santisima Muerte Dark Art Oil. I actually made my own Dark Arts oil, which is much better. Well, I like it better because it was channeled and it didn't come from a book. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of knotweed. Now, if you prefer a tinted oil, try blue, green, and red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve an almost black color. They have black food coloring now. Alright, now, other good additives to this oil would be hemlock or warm wood pieces. Why not, like little pins and stuff like that. Alright. La Santisima Muerte Commanding Oil. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of elder, 9 drops of patchouli oil. Wow, no. That's too much. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding blue, green, and red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve an almost black color. So other good additives to this oil would be pieces of devil's shoestring. Alright. Santisima Muerte Quart Oil. 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of galangal, 9 drops of bergamot oil, and if you prefer tinted oil, try adding blue or yellow food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. Now, other good additives for this oil would be nutmeg or high john chips. I hope that recorded because I froze. I seen that. Alright, now, Santisima Muerte Employment Oil. This one actually does work really well. I've tried it. It worked. It worked. That's all I have to say. It was great. And so, 2 drops of olive oil, or 2 ounces, olive oil, 2 tablespoons of wahoo, 9 drops of sandalwood oil. Now, if you prefer a tinted oil, try adding a blue, yellow, or green food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve the desired color. So it could be more of a yellow gold color for employment. So, additives for this oil would be pieces of cinnamon stick, or you could actually put in a little tiny bit of shredded money, or even a tiny magnet. Alright, so La Santisima Muerte Breakup Oil. You want 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of henbane. If you can find these herbs, remember they're poisonous. If you prefer a tinted oil, try adding blue, green, and red food coloring 1 drop at a time until you achieve almost a black color. Again, we have black food coloring now. So, additives for this oil would be pieces of broken glass or hair from a black dog. Oh, I don't have a dog. That's black. So, alright. So, for now, that will be, let's see. Yeah, that will work for now. Where did I go? Ew, I know what happened. I'm getting really messed up here. Alright, so tomorrow we will go over some of her, and this is all on my Patreon. It's all been blogged, everything. So, alright, sorry guys. Yeah, tomorrow I think we will go on with the powders, with her different, powders and what we can, do with those powders. And they're very easy to make. They work. They're pretty amazing. So really, everything that we're working on with her is pretty good. Very good, actually. So, but yes, I don't know if I will be getting my YouTube channel back, the other one, because this person, I've gone through, I've filed, formal complaints with multiple divisions of security, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if I'll get it back. It just really pisses me off that all of my work, everything, everybody's readings, all of it. I hope you feel good about yourself, you fucker. You're about a motherfucker. That's exactly what you are. But yeah, I hope you feel very good about stealing other people's channels, because you can't get the subscribers that I did on my original channel. So, that's a real mature thing to do. But yeah, it's really hard to try to start over, because there's no communication. I mean, there's communication between myself, and YouTube support. But it's the same thing. It's the runaround. Well, I'll forward this to, our internal investigations team. What are they doing? They've had over a week, 8 days. What are they doing? I've seen so many people get their channels back. If I was a celebrity like Kim Kardashian, it'd be on like that. Everything would be back. Completely back. So what's, the deal here, YouTube? What's going on? Why are so many people being hacked and nothing is helping? Why are you guys letting this happen? So you guys have breached your contract and your policies all in one. So leaving my content up on that channel with somebody else claiming to have uploaded them, that is copyright infringement. You're going against your own policies. Obviously, it's not going to take a fucking rocket scientist, or, whatever, a genius to figure out, oh, hey, that person's channel has been hacked, or hijacked, or whatever they want to say. Really? So, yeah. If you do have that problem, first contact YouTube and Google. If you do the recovery steps for your Google account and it doesn't work, it didn't work for me. I did all the recovery steps. Didn't work. I filled out multiple complaints with YouTube. Every day, every hour, I am reporting that channel, my channel, for impersonation. You can't find that person's comments, nothing. So they don't comment. So it's very difficult. So yeah, but the next step, if you do get hacked, go to your local police station, file a report if you're making money, because that is theft. It's identity theft. So, and make sure you show, if you're online and you're making the report to the ICE, so it's the Department of Justice. You can fill out report against YouTube there, and your the hacker, the channel that was hacked. You have a lot of information that you have to fill out, but it's very well worth it. So you can do that step next. Include everything that you have ever emailed to YouTube. So you have got to get that going. And then just wait. You just gotta wait. And I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But all that work. All that fucking work. So, thanks YouTube. Thanks for not recognizing, my little issue. So, see you guys in court. But alright guys. Thank you for subscribing. Very, very thankful for you guys that have subscribed. Still doing ratings. New website. googlesites.com. Mr. Ouija. Or House of Ouija. HAUS. Same thing. All of it. Doesn't take a rocket scientist. Again, YouTube. But anyways. Alright guys. Happy Sunday with Satan. And the Lenormand cards. Wholly accurate and creepy. So that's all I gotta say. as soon as I can do live streams again, I will be doing those. I don't know what I have to do. I have to reach a certain amount of subscribers. I have to reach a certain amount of watch time. So it's back to the beginning, back to 2007. Thanks, YouTube. Anyways, I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, all my love from Venus. All the way back down. So, everybody have a great Sunday, we say. And I love you all. And thank you guys for subscribing. And just trying to, stick by me. If you can't find me on my other channel, this is why. So, come over here. This is better. Alright guys, I love you all. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.